Look who's back today with us, Carlos.
Pat.
Yeah.
Isn't that great?
You were in Long Island.
I
I'm
have a tan.
jealous.
Oh, yeah.
His neck of the woods.
Yeah, I
That's
grew
where
up-
you're from.
I used to spend my summers at my grandmother's house in Brentwood.
Oh, okay. You're one of those.
Yeah.
Is that like the Hamptons?
And she lived next to one of those drive-in movie theaters. So I used to watch all these movies, but never heard the voice.
When you say one of those, what do you mean by one of those?
Where do you summer, Steve?
Oh, one
In
of
the
those.
Hamptons?
I guess.
No.
Well-
No, I was at my grandmother's, and
Okay.
you know, she made us work. We had she had about an acre of land, and we had to plant corn and stuff. It was
Garden stuff.
Yeah, garden stuff.
Okay.
Carlos Rodriguez, for years with the Attorney General's office in Albany. Now he is with us every Saturday on Property Source Radio at Sports Radio 950 ESPN. And this is fast becoming one of our most popular segments because we always seem to have a scam that ties in with whatever is happening. And we mentioned this is Derby Day, and you were telling me before the segment began that there is actually a Kentucky Derby scam.
Several. But
Come on.
remember, I always say that scammers take advantage of events. You know, we're going to have the Olympics coming up this summer. Every time there's a sporting event, you know, there's going to be a scam related to ticket sales.
What are they doing? Selling watered down mint juleps? What's going on?
No. You know, since I guess a fella tried to get purchase tickets for the Kentucky Derby on eBay, got scammed $1,200.
Oh, boy. So
Bogus tickets.
He sees the offer for the tickets. He gives him the information. He sends the money in, and no tickets come.
No tickets.
Boy.
So it's a total scam.
I mean, I can't see how that person that sold those fake tickets could get away with it. I mean, their eBay account gets shut down. PayPal gets shut down right away.
But he
As soon
made
as the guy-
$1,200 all in a killing.
I don't-
He'll open up another eBay account under a different name.
Okay. I just, I got to
But
get
especially
do my
with,
research.
and again, with so many reputable, middle stage ticket sellers, StubHub and places
Absolutely.
like that.
That's my recommendation, to purchase with a reputable company if you're going to buy tickets.
Okay.
But also, I remember going to the Final Four a couple of years ago, and there were scammers selling bogus Final Four tickets right there on the street. And you take a chance.
How can you? I mean, you look at the ticket. How can you tell that it's a?
You can't.
You can't.
Until you show up to the ticket counter where you walk in, the entrance.
They go to scan it
and they
and-
scan it, and if
Sorry.
it doesn't match, you're out of luck.
I know at the Super Bowl they go out of their way to authenticate the tickets.
You know, with holographs
Right,
and all that,
right.
but you take a chance. The average consumer won't have the machinery to even figure
Sure.
out whether it's a fake or not.
Okay. Wow.
So be careful.
Good
But
advice.
I do love the Kentucky Derby.
It's a great day.
Yes.
Pat has a big bash he's going to. He is holding out, one, telling us where it is, and two, inviting us. But
I'm allowed to invite other guests. That's how the party gets so big, I
It
think.
was my grandmother's favorite day. I remember as a kid, I used to have to go to the off-track betting in the Bronx to buy tickets for the Kentucky Derby for the the horses.
this is a great day. I mean, I love it, and Alex was saying too, we love the Kentucky Derby. It's just such a fun day, and it's the one day where you don't feel bad maybe dropping $50 that you're going to lose.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
Where do you buy a ticket? I don't. Do we still have off-track
OTB.
betting?
Yeah, we have
OTB
OTBs
still open?
around.
Okay.
Yeah.
And a lot of
good.
there's a few bars in the area that are now offering OTB like services.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like Calcutta's and such?
well, no, I don't think they do.
No, I don't think it's quite.
Look at this. I got to know all these
But it would
scams
be,
I know about.
wouldn't it be great, though, to be able to go to a place and just sit there and bet on the races and enjoy maybe a burger and maybe have a couple of beers and just sort of while the afternoon away, you know?
That's
Yeah.
kind of
Probably
like
a big day in Vegas.
Spending the
It's like
rent
Vegas,
money.
yeah.
In
Oh,
Las
yeah.
Vegas, you could do that.
I'm sure this is a huge
yeah.
day in
Oh,
Vegas.
huge.
Yes,
Speaking
we
of which-
actually were in Fort Lauderdale for the Kentucky Derby one year, and that was awesome because we didn't even realize that the Kentucky Derby was going on, and we stayed at this place right on the beach, and Don Shula's restaurant was there, so we went down to have this big steak because it's famous, and we're sitting at the bar, and the bartender comes over with the newspaper and says, "Which horse are you going to pick?" And we're like, "What? What's going on?"
It's a steakhouse, not a horse house.
So
I like
she
mine
was like,
rare.
"Oh, the Derby is today." We're like, "Get out of here!" We ended up spending like the entire afternoon at this bar, having mint juleps, and this table of people come in and they sit down, and my husband's going, "It's going to be the number 4. It's going to be the number 4. It's going to be the number 4." They're calling Vegas and booking the lines and whatever. Do these people end up winning? Yeah, they did. They sure did.
Yeah, it's a great event. I'd love to go to it.
Yeah, someday. That's on my, I hate the phrase bucket list, but that's
Yes.
one of the things I'd love
Yes.
to do is get out of the Derby. Yeah, Mother's Day scam.
Yes.
Guaranteed to land you in a bad place.
Yeah, but let me give you a little background.
All
First.
right.
Real simple.
Yeah.
You know, Mother's Day, besides Thanksgiving and Christmas, is the largest consumer purchase event. $14 billion.
It is.
I didn't know that. And it
Because
started in
mothers are
1914.
awesome.
Yeah, I know. I spend my mom
Yeah.
is in Florida, and I'm going to probably I send her a check because it's easier. She could buy what she wants.
Very nice.
Otherwise, if she was here, I would.
You're a good boy.
Yes.
I'm
That's
saving
And I'm
my
flying
cash.
her up this summer to come visit.
Well, that's great.
My mom left the earth last fall. I'm saving
I'm
the
sorry.
cash.
Now, who would ever get involved in a scam revolving around Mother's
Scammers. It's an event, and scammers are going to find a way to sell you goods and services that don't exist. The internet is probably full of Mother's Day scams already. Flower sales, products, services, jewelry,
Okay.
whatever, whatever products your mom may give you hints that she may want, and you want to purchase it on, you might find a great deal on the internet. Again, purchase items from reputable stores that you know that you could get your money back if something goes wrong.
Mom herself is vulnerable because, as you say, you're going to give her a little money for Mother's Day, and she's probably going to get all excited. Hopefully, she won't use it to pay a bill. But if
Right.
she wants to indulge, you never know.
Right. And we're going to be indulged and inundated with advertisements from today on about Mother's Day sales.
Things like iPads
Yeah.
are really
Oh,
popular,
everything.
and electronics, and
I wouldn't
Yeah,
buy
my
my.
mom would-
I don't
would,
think my mom. I'd buy an
know how to
iPad. Yeah.
navigate through a iPad, but
Put her drink on it.
also e-cards. We've heard about
Oh,
e-cards.
yeah.
I've mentioned again.
This is a good one to revisit because this is important.
Yeah, e-cards are where you could send if your mom is computer savvy. They'll get a greeting from your son Carlos, whatever, and it's malware.
Okay.
Don't open up any e-cards, moms, please.
Okay.
It's kind of sad because there are some companies that do send reputable companies that
like
do
Hallmark and
e-cards.
stuff that do
Right.
e-cards.
Yeah.
Is there any
Right,
way
some-
to tell? I mean, you can't just dismiss them all.
It's difficult because you have to look at where the web page is coming from, and you have to be these scammers know how to hide stuff, so you really have to be sophisticated to figure out whether it's legit or not. I just don't open e-cards.
And again,
This is my
safer.
policy.
Yeah.
Just safer to do
Because
that.
you're asking for trouble, and then what happens is if your computer, remember, because the attempt for the malware is to get the information out of your computer, which may have financial information and your social security numbers and such, passwords,
Okay.
which we talked about passwords last time.
Yeah.
Just send a card. Who doesn't like to get
Yeah,
mail?
send a card.
Yeah.
Until you get involved with that stamp scam. No,
Yeah. What?
Carlos is like, what?
What?
His ears forgot.
Uh-oh, I got to look it up.
Hey, we talked a little bit earlier this morning. Alex, we talked about it off the air, and I want to bring it to the air here on Property Source Radio. Alex has a dilemma.
Uh-oh.
And,
do.
and I don't know how you can help, but just hear her situation. Maybe we can come to an
Okay.
agreement here.
I got an offer to come out to California and interview with a company in Hollywood. And it's a very big kind of opportunity for me to really further my career. But I have to pay for it.
Was this solicited email or
No,
unsolicited?
someone called me on the phone.
They
And
called you on the phone.
They called me on the phone, and I looked up the company, and it's legitimate. And
Did you apply for anything out there? Or?
no, but I have a profile set up on a website called
Okay.
Media Match, and basically companies like
Yeah.
this one will
Okay.
look
I don't
for.
think the issue is the solicitation
Okay,
for the
okay.
job.
Right,
It's
no.
what you-
Okay, all
yeah.
right.
So
You understand the scammer. And
I understand. I get you.
Scammer in him is going. Yeah. So everything is legitimate.
Okay.
But I have to fund the trip. And the reason I have to fund it and they're not flying me out there is because jobs like this one are a dime a dozen. And if they don't pick me, there's a million other people that want it. Well, I really want it. So my friends on the break room said, well, we'll have a fundraiser. And we'll raise the money
fundraiser.
to send you to California and pursue your dream. They feel like it's important and I should go. I have to come up with the idea. Now, I've gotten a lot of really bad ones.
And one good one I gave her this morning.
And
Which went right into the bad one pile.
in about 2 seconds.
Okay.
I would like to know if you have any ways where I could raise some money, like some kind of grassroots campaign. I have to go out on the streets on Friday and get this done.
A Mother's Day scam. That's easy.
Well, you're talking about scam or legit?
I want to go legit. I'm not going to
Legit?
scam anyone.
What a breakthrough. Okay. So we're doing like a little on-air brainstorming here.
Okay. Legit, you cannot do it. Because if you go out and raise money, okay, it has to be for a charitable purpose.
Oh, but why did we have a lawyer on the show?
Okay.
Jeez.
And your purpose is self-serving, if I'll put that in quotes.
Okay.
So in my view, you cannot do it.
She can't have like a little Alex car wash or Alex bake sale.
You can just go out there and say, do you want to donate for my trip? But the donate is not tax, the donation is not tax deductible. You want to give me a gift.
Right. Well, that's
go-
basically what it is. It's
Okay,
it's kind
but
of
you
reaching
can't
out
say
to the
donate.
community and going, oh, I cannot use the word donate.
Donate or for purpose, charitable purpose. It says you want to donate to my travel fund.
Okay.
So you can't misrepresent this at all.
Right.
No. I
You have to
do it.
disclose where the money's going to.
Absolutely. Yes. That's
Okay?
not going to be
So if
hidden.
someone is sympathetic and wants to help you for your trip, maybe they want to see you in California, not here in Rochester.
The guys that give you 15
Which
bucks for a topless car wash are sympathetic.
If you also if you
He
want
means,
to.
he means a convertible, by the way.
Right.
Topless car wash.
Right.
Or you want to provide some service for the donation, but the gift,
Right.
then that's legit.
All
Okay,
right.
so
But
you
it's
can-
not it can't be for charitable. Can't say it's for any charitable purpose.
How much do you need?
I need about $1,000.
Can we think about that?
I've already thought about it.
Travel fund.
Trust me, I've been hearing everybody's thoughts all morning, so I'm just going to keep.
Why don't you just give your email address? I mean, some sympathetic listener will probably send a couple bucks.
You could sell.
good
you could
idea.
sell.
Yeah.
But you got to make it clear to the person that's giving you money that it's not. They can't. It's not tax deductible.
What are the repercussions if she goes about it the wrong way?
Oh, you'll get the Attorney General's office after you. I remember we had a case where these guys went door to door and said that for the Urban Youth Fund, they were going to
Oh, jeez.
fund programs for after school, and all the guys did was pocket the money for themselves and their family.
They consider themselves urban youth.
Yeah, they
Yikes.
consider themselves a charity for
Wow.
Urban Youth. The only people that they benefited was themselves.
Wow.
Can't do it.
What are you going to do, Alex?
I don't know.
The clock's ticking.
When
Yeah.
I have a clearer head, I'm going to really sit down and think about it. I like the idea of the car wash. I think I'm providing a service, and they're, you know what I mean. And it's,
Right.
you
You're
know,
welcome.
Something for something.
it
Yep.
can be, it can be sexable because it's,
Yep.
men thinking, chick's gonna wash my car.
Yeah.
Let's go straight and narrow. What about in bikinis at the very least? Wouldn't that be cool? I mean, that's nice.
I mean, we also have to remember the weather. I'm not going to get pneumonia before I go to California.
Hire 10, 20-something-year-olds to do it.
she's
Well,
saying
no, it's
it's-
going to be just me.
Oh,
It's
okay.
for profit.
All right.
Nothing with charity. You have to be really clearly disclosed.
Yeah,
because you'll get in trouble.
I mean, it's being advertised. It's out there as you're giving me money so I can go to California.
gift.
It's not. I mean, I'm not hiding anything.
And she can do it with signage and everything. Just make
You
it
do the
clear.
signage. Give a gift to
The radio station's trying to help Alex get
Alex
to California.
Fund to go to
Yeah.
California.
Yeah.
And what is this California thing again? I mean, you're going to become a star? What?
I will be working with a production company, a very big production company. I will start off as an assistant like I do when I do my freelance, but with the opportunity to move up and become a producer like I really want to be.
And you would move there.
And I would move there.
And that'd be the end of We'd have to find some other woman with
geez.
just one name.
That would be
to,
sad.
Well, start looking. I don't
Yeah,
understand.
we're going to start advertising for your job.
Oh, good. Good. Obviously everything has to line up. I'm not going to go out there and starve, but this isn't one of those things, like in my eyes, it's not one of those things where I'm saying, I want to go to Hollywood and be an actress, so I'm just going to move there.
No, I understand. But I find it very interesting that this production company is saying, we're not going to cover any of your expenses. You got to get out there
That
yourself.
sounds a little shady to me.
Well,
Really?
Yeah,
some companies, if they want to interview you, she's gone to, it's legit because some companies, if they want to interview you bad enough, will bring you out at their expense. If there's no demand, in other words, there's a lot of people applying, they won't require that. They'll say, hey, you want to come out and interview? Come on
Right.
out.
If you
But your
want
trip
it,
is
you gotta
tax
go get it.
deductible, I believe. looking for a
Look at
new
that.
job.
Yeah.
I believe it's
that's
tax
true.
deductible.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, wait a minute now. If she's getting donations,
Well, that's a whole. Then
it's not.
I will not
no,
be claiming it on my taxes.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so confusing.
Okay.
Just stay
Yeah.
here. Come on.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How often, by the way, Steve, I have a question. How often are you is Newman breaking your you-know-whats on the B? And
Oh, on the B. Oh, have you heard this?
well, I'm at lunch. I'm in a restaurant last week, and I go to lunch, and I hear somebody go, boy, you don't see a local celebrity very often at lunch. And I turned around, I'm like, they were
Well,
looking at me.
They're playing. They're playing the promos for Property Source Radio on the B and giving me a lot of
Grief about it, right?
Oh my God.
I wish I listened.
I had one more question. Do you have to pay other fees besides your transportation? Because
Food.
this thing sounds a little fishy.
Well, I'm going to have to eat. I mean, they're not going to pay me to eat.
No, any other promotion fees
don't
or anything?
overthink it,
for-
Carlos. It's okay.
All right,
Yeah,
It's
no.
just a
I
job.
don't know.
We'll get an update on this next
I'm
week.
edgy about it.
All right. Thanks for joining us. Always great to see you, Pat. Another good week.
Same here.
Glad you
week.
made it back. Alex, see you later.
Hope your horse
later.
wins.
Derby Day. Don't forget Derby Day coming up on ESPN, and a special East Side special edition of Property Source Radio. Senior and rental edition is available at Eastview Mall Boards, Wegmans, and Tops as well. So pick up one of them today. All right. Have a great Saturday. Enjoy the Derby. Next Saturday, Property Source Radio here at Sports Radio 950 ESPN.